So I'm really looking forward to this next introduction. There are a few men I have more respect for than Lee Zeldin. When I was running Russiagate during the House Intel days, and we exposed the FBI corruption, and this is why President Trump needs warriors in Congress. There's maybe like 5 guys that the president could call in all of Congress to help him expose it. Lee would walk down to the White House in the Oval Office, challenge his candidate, challenge his colleagues, challenge the media, and then go outside and tell you the importance of the truth and exposing that corruption that they perpetrated on every single one of you. Lee Zeldin was one of the most courageous warriors to walk the halls of Congress, and I think he's going to be an integral part of Donald Trump's next presidency. Please welcome my friend, Lee Zeldin.
All right, Pennsylvania, you ready to elect Donald Trump? You know, I just saw something so cool, came into my phone, and I just figured that maybe I'll share it with you, make your day. Matt and I, we do some work with Kellyanne Conway. You know Kellyanne, she's a great messenger. So we got this text. So she keeps track every single day of how the polling looked at this point 4 years ago or 8 years ago. So this day in history, October 21st, nationally, Hillary Clinton was up by 6.2%. On this day in 2020, Joe Biden was up by 7.5%. Today, Harris is up by 1.0%. But in Pennsylvania, Clinton was up 6.2% this day in 2016. Biden was up 4.9%. And today, Donald Trump is up in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Oh, and you all hear about these battleground states. There's 7 of them. Pennsylvania is discussed all the time. Well, in Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Arizona, Nevada, North Carolina, and Georgia, in all 7 of the battleground states, today, October 21st of 2024, our candidate Donald Trump is currently polling ahead. Now that's the good news. Now we have to operate like we're behind, no matter what. We come across someone talking with extreme confidence or how they're extremely confident and they're using their optimism as an excuse for complacency. We need to tell everyone that they need to get out and work hard for it. You have to vote. There are people who are called low propensity voters. Sometimes they vote, sometimes they don't. And Pennsylvania has many of them. They are figuring that if they vote, it'll be a game day decision on November 5th. They will wake up on November 5th and they may or may not vote. That is not acceptable. They are passionate and principled like we all are. They're patriotic. They want what's best for our country, but they feel like their vote does not matter. We cannot win this election on November 5th if people in our lives, those veterans, those gun owners, others who have been getting burned by this administration, if they sit on the sidelines, we need everyone to rise up. No one can sit this out. And we have to make sure that we're sending President Trump with a Republican House and a Senate to work with. And we don't want to deal with 3 more impeachments in 2025. We want a Senate that will confirm President Trump's judicial nominees and his cabinet appointments. We want good policy to get on his desk so that he can sign it. You know, there are members of the local media who are here, and we appreciate it. We're at Valley Family Restaurant, and we're here to tout President Trump's proposal of no tax on tips. Such a great proposal that has gotten so much immediate support from all across the country that all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Kamala Harris says that she supports no tax on tips. You know what's amazing, the contrast between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump? President Trump is proud of his record of 4 years in the White House. He wants to talk about it. Kamala Harris talks about her day one being January of 2025 as if the last 3.5 years didn't even happen. If Kamala Harris truly thinks that President Trump's proposal of no tax on tips is so good, why is she not fighting for it today? Every time she talks about economic issues and border issues, from foreign policy to energy policy, we ask, why are you not fighting for it today? She gets on Air Force Two to fly to that rally where she stands there in front of America talking about a day one as if she is not in the White House right now. She should be fighting for it today. President Trump believes that our hard-working wage earners deserve to keep their own hard-earned money. That they know how to spend the money that is in their pocket better than the government thinking that they know how to spend the money for those workers better. Just over half of the national average is the wage that is being earned by our tip workers across this country. Think about how hard is it for a family to be making $36,000. You have a couple kids. What is their American dream? If you want to own a home, if you don't want to have to face the choice of whether or not you can get groceries or heat your home or get prescription medications, the Biden-Harris administration has been plussing up the IRS to go after these workers. It is President Trump fighting for these people who are working so hard just to make ends meet. They need Donald Trump in the White House to actually get it done. It's a crossroads moment for America.
Drain the swamp.
And 2 weeks from tomorrow, Pennsylvania is going to decide who the next president is. They're going to decide who is going to be in charge of our Senate and the House. There are people who are here from coast to coast, California to New York. And right now, all eyes are on Pennsylvania. Everything that fills our heart with love of this country, everything that fills our mind and our spirit about wanting to have a military that's just focused on being America's defenders instead of a woke social experiment, everything that fills our mind and our heart about having a president who ends foreign wars instead of starting new ones, wanting a strong border, a better economy, a stronger, more effective foreign policy, energy independence and dominance, everything that we want for America, we pour into hopefully all of your hearts, and then you do the same with the people in your lives. And at the end of the day, hopefully not days later or weeks later, but the night of November 5th of 2024, I want all of you to be able to turn on the TVs and watch as Kamala Harris and Tim Walz take the stage to deliver a concession speech to all of you. As you get your candidates in for the House, and you get Dave McCormick elected to the Senate, as those who are New York voters here, we ask that you turn the senior senator from New York, the Senate Majority Leader, into the next Senate Minority Leader, turn Chuck Schumer into the Minority Leader, and send a Republican Senate to the White House, an expanded House Republican majority to get things done, and to get Donald Trump and J.D. Vance on that stage to deliver a victory speech to Pennsylvania, a victory speech for all the battlegrounds, to blue states and red states. You all saw him yesterday at McDonald's. How great was he? You know, the man is a man of the people. When the other side does those videos, they look so cringe when they do that. Right? It looks so staged. It's not natural. President Trump wants to be with the people. He wants to serve and he wants to lead the people. We want to be able to get on his shoulders in January, but in order for him to get there, to that point where we could get on his shoulders between now and November 5th, can Pennsylvania deliver that vote so that Donald Trump and J.D. Vance can stand on your shoulders and win?